What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Side Hustle Experiment podcast. Today we got Kyle on. He used to sell on Amazon. Now he's doing TikTok shop, video marketing, making content. So we're going to get all into that. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's been a bit since I've been on a podcast.
Yeah, dude. So telling people, I don't know, our audience, I'm not sure if people would know who you are or not, because I know you really well because me and you were kind of around at the same time in the Amazon space, but kind of give a background on who you are to people.
Yeah, I mean, they may know me. It's been a little bit, but I mean, most of my personal branding is around Amazon stuff. Haven't really done too much with it since, but yeah. So I started out. It was when we got sent home. So it was like March of 2020 was when I first got started. I was in what was it? Joe Hart's, what was it? Products for Profit.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So that's when I first started. I was an engineer. I was working as a sales engineer. And so I was basically just a desk jockey and got sent home for COVID. And I had a Walmart literally right across the street from my apartment. And it was like East Phoenix where I was living at the time. There's like 19 or 20 different Walmarts in East Phoenix. And so I put together a little route. And I would go because the Walmarts were opening at like set times. I think it opened at like 7 a.m. or something like that. So I would hit 5 Walmarts right before I went to go clock in. And I would hit the last Walmart that was right across the street from my apartment, like right before I would start work. So I started doing cleaning supplies at first because that's what was hot. And then everyone got banned doing that on eBay. So then I moved to weights. And then that summer, I got started with pools. And I made like $100K profit in like 2 or 3 months just doing pools. And you know Bandar, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was in Bandar's server. That was probably right when I started too, maybe shortly after I joined Flips for Fortunes, or not Flips for Fortunes, Product for Profit. Flips for Fortunes was mine. But when all the pools sold out, it was like VM Express, I'm pretty sure, was the seller on eBay. And so Bandar was pinging for VM on eBay. And that was when like nobody could get any stock locally for pools. And so that's when I did the majority of my profits, was literally just ordering them off of eBay from VM Express. And so we ran it up. But so I mentioned it. I was the co-owner of Flips for Fortunes. That was another group that we started, me and my partner Grant. That went south, but that's a whole different story. So not only was I full-time reselling, but I was also running the group as well. And we ran it up. The highest that we got at MRR, I believe, was like 35K a month, and our run rate was only like 4 or 5K. So it was pretty damn profitable. We were running that anonymously. That was a mistake in itself because I couldn't market it myself. That was just like part of the thing back then. You had like RC and Bandar, and everyone was just anonymous. So that was what we did. But yeah, so I ran that for a while, and then, I mean, I'll get into whole nitty gritty on all this stuff. But my downfall happened when it was when Flips for Fortunes broke up. Me and my partner Grant just were not seeing eye to eye. He was very hard to get in contact with a lot of the times, and as 50-50 partners, it just wasn't ideal. So I tried to go off and start my own thing. And that same time period, it was like I actually shut down Flips for Fortunes, like people paying me, but I kept the service up and running. So I had about a $4.5 grand run rate with no income coming in from that. And I was trying to build, I still think it's kind of a cool idea, but I was trying to start up a new group, and that was back when NFTs were huge. And so I wanted the group to basically be like, there's going to be 2 separate portions of it, essentially, just with roles in the Discord. But I was going to have it so that if you own the NFT and you also had the sub, then you basically get full access into the group. Or you could just not own the NFT and have a paying sub, and then you get partial access to whatever the Discord is. And I wanted to be paid like 0.03 ETH a month, which at the time was like $50 a month, which is what we were trying to do. So I thought it was a great idea. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get paid MRR and ETH and just let that run up. But while that was happening, I spent $10,000 on the art alone. And a lot of this is just on credit, because that's kind of the name of the game with Amazon. Everything was just rolling on credit for me at the time. And so I spent a ton of money. I had the run rate from the group because I was paying a whole bunch of providers every single month. I had like 30 people on payroll or something like that. And while that was all happening, I was trying to kind of dip into wholesale a little bit, like not entirely. I was still mainly focused on like A to A stuff for the most part, but um, I was trying to get beauty. I'm a dude. I don't know shit about beauty products, and I was buying wholesale beauty, and my process was I had a prep center in Montana, and so I was first time buying, I was ordering directly to my house, making sure the packaging was all good, making sure the UPC scan, everything was a-okay with it. And I'm not going to test out these fucking beauty products. As long as it looks good, then it was good to me. So I would order some to my house. They were fine. I'd send off an FBA shipment. After that, I'd order directly to my prep center. And so I got ballsy and I was placing big orders. I think it was like 2 days before I first got banned, I placed a $28,000 PO. And that's all on credit. And so basically all this stuff gets shipped off to Amazon. Within a month, I got hit with like 8 inauthentic claims. And so my account gets banned. And so this is as I'm trying to launch this new product or this new group, and I'm spending all this money on the NFT project and everything else that's going on with that. My account gets banned. I'm fucked. I have to shut down the new group that I was doing because I couldn't even provide leads because my Amazon account was shut down. I had to go through it. The first time that I got banned, it took me, I think, like 3 months to get back. So just with all of that stuff, I basically took like an $83,000 hit on credit, and it fucked me. Like from there, not only was I just completely distraught because of everything that happened, one, I lost so much MRR, and it was pretty easy at like a certain extent. Like my main portion of like what I was doing was one, the Amazon portion, like providing leads and stuff, but I was also marketing. Like I was the one that was responsible for getting people in. And so outside of that, like the job is pretty simple, and then you just run up MRR. So that was a terrible hit. That really hurt my ego, hurt my income and everything. But then having only so much credit and taking such an L on it, one, my purchasing power was just down the shitter at that point because I didn't have much to run off of. But then I was just like mentally, I was just screwed because of it, and like started really, really drinking a lot, like the whole nine. It was a bad time, and that I was in a hole for about like 2.5 years, and just fighting to. I mean, my minimum payments were like $4 or $5 grand a month, so it was like I mean 25 to 29% APR on these credit cards is just brutal. So it was quite the drop back to reality. And as I was trying to fight this shit, I ended up getting banned again. So I got my account back, thankfully, with the appeal service that I was using. So I was able to sell, was making, I mean, nowhere near anything that I was making before. I was barely just treading water. And I'm a dumbass, but I got banned for price fixing for the second time. And it's like, as you guys know, I'm sure it's like the big no. If you get banned for price fixing, you're pretty much screwed. I'm still trying to fight it right now. But I was getting these, it was a Walmart trick from Bandar where essentially you would find there was like scrapers that would look at in price stores or in-store prices, there we go, for certain zip codes, and sometimes they'd just be marked down like crazy. It was ridiculous. And there was a loop where you could order basically all of your address was exactly the same, but you would change the zip code to where the price is marked down at. And then after that, you can go in and edit your order back to the original zip code of where it needs to be shipped. And then the price would be the same. So nothing would be changed except the address. So it was a great sourcing method. And I was buying these dog treats for like $7. It was like $6.89 or something like that. And I was selling them for 32 on Amazon, and I owned the listing. I had like my buy box percent was like 75 or 85%. It was crazy. Some dude kept coming in and undercutting me like 10. It was a race to the bottom. And I'm sure he was probably getting them for the same price. He was undercutting me by like 10 cents and just stealing the buy box for like an hour. And then I'd get it back. And so but the price just kept going down, and Keepa was looking terrible. So my dumbass, I messaged him on my buying account, and all I said was, hey, stop ruining the listing. Just match me at my buy box price and we can both rotate and sell out. Price fixing. So that's why I got banned the second time. And so thankfully before that was like April of 23, 24. Yeah. Okay. So is that right? I believe that's right. So that was like 2 months after I had just started making sports betting content. So thankfully I had something to at least make a little bit of money off of. I wasn't making like crazy amounts at that point back then. But at least I had another avenue. And so for a couple of months, I was still out in Arizona at the time. I was just doing that full time, but the bills just racked up too high, so I had to move back to home base. So right now I'm in Illinois again with my mom, and I can't stand it, but I put myself in this situation. So it's I've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows with the Amazon stuff, so to speak. But now it's a much different ballgame with video content. There's no overhead. I have a VA, an editing VA, so that's basically the only overhead that I have.
Before we get into that, I wanted to let you know I created a totally free guide to get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program, how to scale it up, how I literally went from $0 to $50,000 in just Amazon commissions alone. There'll be a link down below. The guide is absolutely free. It's about 33-ish pages, and I have a whole video walking you through the whole guide. So if you want to start making money on the Amazon Influencer Program, definitely click the link below.
Technical difficulties, but to go back to that story, I wondered, what do you think about this Amazon stuff? I feel like I've been on this pod a lot, and I'm like, this is a dangerous situation you can get in being on credit and all this inventory and all this risk with Amazon. Do you think that more people experience this type of thing than you, that just maybe aren't as public? Because you're like more public facing, so people can hear your story. But do you think this happens to a lot more people than maybe like the guru type people lead on?
I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe not. Oh man, maybe not like as severe as what happened with me, but I think that it's not it's not that you can't make money with Amazon. It's just not, and we've had this conversation before. The cash flow aspect of it and what is needed for inventory is just not like portrayed to the public correctly because you could be making, I know people like just in the TikTok space now that are doing private label stuff because it's a great opportunity to launch a brand on TikTok right now. And these guys are like, it doesn't even feel like I'm making any money. Like on paper, sure, I've made like 100K off of this business, but it's like I see none of it because all of it just goes right back out. And so if you run into any issues like I did, then yeah, they're probably feeling that pain. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting because I'll never forget this. I was sitting in my fucking Tesla Plaid in the gym parking lot, and this is back when Cronus was going nuts, and that's where I made a ton of money, was on Cronus. I'd done $15,000 in sales in a day, and it was like noon. And I'm sitting in my Tesla, and like my entire life was built up to make as much money as possible. And that was like my only goal. That's why I went to engineering school. I didn't like engineering. I just knew that I was good at math and science, and then I could make some money doing it. But I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at my seller dashboard, and I was like depressed. Like it just like completely turned me off to a detriment, like a big detriment. It completely turned me off from money, and I was just like disassociated with it. So when I go out and I place a $28,000 PO, the risk that was associated with that is just gone. Like it didn't even like register in my mind. And so I was definitely like on the more extreme side of that. And when something goes wrong and you're like really extreme with stuff, that's why I had that downfall. But just normal people, especially with all the gating stuff that's going on right now. I'm sure people got wrecked with that. I mean, I'm not really in tune to the community anymore like that, but I'm sure there was some big players that lost a lot of money with that, and they're probably not that transparent about it. I wasn't very transparent about it for the longest time, I'm not even gonna lie, but my mindset has shifted a lot in these past couple of years with that type of stuff. And it's funny because this group that I'm in, it's called 6FC, Six Figure Creator. We were literally just talking about it today, about if your skills, beliefs, and traits aren't in line with the money that you're making, that God's going to strip it from you like really quick. And I mean, honestly, the skill of reselling, it's not really a skill. Like okay, you know how to do something that some other people don't, and so you can make money off of it. But if you actually if you think about it, at the end of the day, it's a pretty skill-less task, and a lot of people can come and strip that away from you with zero control on your end. And so it's just not it's not really a value add. And so I feel like their lifetime of this business model it's getting pretty short. And as Amazon continues to crack down, I don't know how it's going to be sustainable. And I'm sure there's a lot of FBA people that will hate hearing that and hate me for saying it and shit. I don't really give a fuck, but it's kind of just the reality. It's like your skills aren't that high. And if you get on a high horse about that, I don't know. I mean, info is really where the money is at. If you're that's the guru side of it. You can make a lot of money doing that shit. But outside of that, I don't know. I feel like they're in for a rough ride these next couple of years, especially with TikTok Shop, dude. It's a much better avenue for the user. It's not, in order to sell something on TikTok, you actually have to make it seem valuable to the person and make them want to either impulse buy it, or they've been looking at it for a while and they want to do it. But that social commerce is going to spread. I mean, TikTok is just the first one with it. It's going to spread to YouTube. It's going to spread to Instagram. It already kind of is, just not really as much. And that's only going to take away from Amazon's Amazon's profit share. Basically, they're going to struggle more to sell certain items. But yeah, I don't know. That was kind of a long-winded rant, but yeah, I don't think that there's nearly as many people that are making decent money on Amazon like there was in the past. The big people, for sure. I mean, if wholesale as well, I mean, I'm sure the wholesalers are still doing pretty good, but just general mom and pop trying to do a little side hustle type shit, I think we kind of passed that at this point. I don't know. That's my take.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy about that. So kind of, I want to go back. What made you shut down the group, and why did you guys stay anonymous?
Well, I mean, the anonymous thing was so stupid because I could have easily sold way more if it was actually mine, because I was basically being an affiliate for Flips for Fortunes and selling off of that, but it would be even more of an anchor if it was my group, and because people were joining because of me anyway, because I was the main one that was selling. But if I could actually market it as mine, it was mainly because of Bandar and RC. That was the reason why this guy Grant wanted to do it. And at the point, then he brought it up to me, the idea, I was just yeah, sure, whatever. And so I just made an anonymous Discord account, and then we did it from there. And it was a detriment for sure. So that was a stupid decision. But I had to shut down the group because at the time I wasn't aware of when I was going to get my account back. I didn't even know if I was going to get my account back. And so it took it was around 3 or 4 months, probably about 3.5 months, from the time that I got shut down to when I got it set back up. And so my run rate was way too high. I was putting a lot of that on credit as well. And so, I mean, at the time I had already spent at least $12,000 or $16,000 just keeping it up in the meantime, because this kid was he was really good. My partner, he was really good when he was there, but then he would go MIA for 2 weeks and I wouldn't be able to get in contact with him. We're trying to set up deals with certain providers and stuff, and I can't make like an executive decision because it's a 50-50 partnership. And I would like call his girlfriend, and his girlfriend wouldn't fucking answer. I'm like messaging her on Facebook, like, yo, where's Grant? I haven't been able to get in contact with him. And so it was a hassle. And so I came to the point when I wanted to break away, I hit him up. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, if I can't, as a business partner, if I can't get in contact with you and you're not only that, you're just not doing your job because you're not in Discord, you're not doing anything. I'm just sitting here running the group myself. Why the fuck am I paying you 50%? And so I tried to do it on my own. But yeah, when my account got shut down and I was just in limbo at that point, I didn't know what was going on. And I just told the group, I'm like, I literally launched it like a week and a half before or something like that. And I just told them, I'm like, I'm sorry guys, like I can't continue to do this right now. I'm already losing a bunch of money on this. And with my account being shut down and I had no horizon on when that was gonna end, I just had to cut it. And then at that point, I was just gone. Never tried to restart it or anything like that. I mean, I still run Discord groups to this day. I mean, mainly for the betting stuff now, but nothing like
I mean,
that.
props to you for like kind of shutting it down. I mean, you could have just pretended for a good bit
Yeah.
and just been like, hey, like I'm doing 7 figures or whatever, like a lot of other people do. But so props
Yeah.
for you for doing that.
Unfortunately, I'm too real with a lot of shit. So I keep it real, and some people hate me for that. Some people love me for that. But yeah, I did the right thing on that one. That's for sure.
So explain the sports betting thing a bit. I saw one of your pages. I'm almost positive that I saw one of your pages and then saw you tweet about it and then realized it was you. I've never been in the sports betting world like that, but I think it just popped up like one of your content. I thought I recognized the voice and I saw you and I was like, whoa, that's his stuff.
Yeah, it's all faceless. I do some videos with my face in there, but yeah, I mean, I had always known. I followed like a couple people on Twitter that were just like running massive discords with betting stuff. And do you know who Victor Madu is?
I don't think so.
No.
Chris Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like pretty close with Chris. That's actually how I know him. But he runs like a really big betting Discord, so I knew about him running that stuff. And then I came across this one dude. His name is Cody Dunlap. Fuck you, Cody, if you ever see this. Sorry, we have beef. He's a piece of shit. But I came across his content, and it was basically all just around like sports betting content. And he basically it was a school group, and this is partially where our beef comes into play. It's a consulting offer. It is not an MRR offer. A lot of people just want the MRR because it's the shiny object in the room, and they want you to pay $199 a month, $299 a month, or whatever to be in one of these groups. It's an editing course, and you have the contacts that you can get CPA codes from the sports books. That's it. There's no value add after that. A lot of it was just like, copy what's working, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, dude, that's not a fucking MRR offer. Thank you for teaching me how to edit. But so I learned how to edit the videos through him. And I got hooked up with a couple of codes. And then from there, I was just extremely consistent with it. I've still been pretty consistent with it. For whatever reason, my football content does not do good. And it's like the most bet on sport by far, but for whatever reason, I just can't really convert on football that much. But on betting or on basketball is my shit. Like, that's outside of baseball, because I played baseball growing up. I'm actually really good at betting on baseball, but no one cares about it. But basketball is my bread and butter, and I can speak to it like way better than I can football. And so I actually like make a decent amount of money during NBA. But I just stayed like really consistent with it. And then last summer I was putting out a lot of fantasy football content. And so my page got popping a lot from that. I have like 20,000 on Instagram, and I think I have like 75 or something like that on TikTok. But yeah, just being like super consistent with it. I just got hooked up with a whole bunch of different books. So now I have CPA codes for, I think, like 14 different sports books now. And they range anywhere from, the low end is like $50 to $75 a sign up. And then on the high end, it goes up to $250. So It's pretty lucrative. I mean, a lot of people do make really good money with the picks. I really haven't ever found that much success with selling picks. It's not really something that I kind of focus on in a sense. I mainly focus on the video content, but it's all just an affiliate funnel at the end of the day. Like what I do is I offer a free month of my VIP service for a sign up on one of the apps. So it's technically free for the customer. They're getting a deposit bonus from the sports book, and I get paid the CPA on the back end. And then if they stay after a month or whatever, then I get paid for the pick service. I mean, on a good month, I'll make like $2K off the paid picks. But with like Sleeper is one of the main apps that I promote. I get paid $100 a sign up on Sleeper, and typically just on Sleeper alone, I'll get like 30 plus a month. So it's like $3,000 just from Sleeper signups per month. But then like the big books like FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, stuff like that, they pay pretty high. So if I convert on any of that, I have a free Discord and a paid Discord. So the free Discord is basically just a whole affiliate funnel. It has all my links for everything in there. And so I give people a whole bunch of different options on how to get access to free VIP. So I get a lot of signups through that. But yeah, mainly it's just video content. And that's how I got into TikTok Shop. I actually knew about TikTok Shop like last June or July. And I didn't actually take it seriously until January. But I started like just kind of fucking around and posting last December. So, but it's kind of natural for me to fall into the TikTok Shop stuff after that.
And is
What
that
kind of
go ahead. You got it.
what kind of content are you making? So like, are you like doing like clips or highlights? I'm like, hey, you want to place a bet on this? Or are you like doing like picks? This is what I think is going to happen today. Like place your bet. Like,
Yeah,
kind of what are you trying to do?
it's free pick content. So you can do like general, just like sports content if you really want, but the stuff that actually makes money and converts is the free pick content. So I think it's only TikTok is the one that's like the most strict on it. You can't actually do like legit betting on TikTok because they'll either give you violations or just heavily throttle you and give you like no views. But DFS technically isn't betting. And so that's why certain states that like Texas and California and stuff like that, where you can't actually legally bet, they have a whole bunch of DFS platforms. And so that's actually allowed on TikTok. So that's pretty much what I center the content around. So yeah, it's like 2 or 3 man parlays for whatever the sport is. I was making baseball content for a little bit. It just doesn't do that well. But for NFL, I do it's all player props, but I do NFL, NBA, and I do hockey as well. I get a lot of hockey traffic, but it's all from Canada, which they have access to some of the books, but it actually does pretty well because nobody makes hockey content. And I've always loved hockey, and I'm relatively knowledgeable on the sport, so I do stuff like that too. But yeah, it's just free pick content.
What about the TikTok Shop? You mean like for posting, like trying to get like affiliate sales there as well? Like, well, my main question here, I guess, is I'm just assuming you make more money off the sports betting stuff than the TikTok Shop. No, the TikTok Shop makes more.
Big time.
Okay, explain that.
Yeah, I mean, off TikTok Shop right now, and I'm making pennies compared to a lot of people that I'm surrounded. I know I can literally message. I'm looking at the group in the Discord right now. I can message like 12 people right now that are making over $100K a month. Like it's crazy. I know a girl that did $105,000 in a week.
From profit from affiliate
commissions. Yeah, that's not GMV. That's fucking take home commissions. 105K in a week. It's insane. It's actually insane what people are making. I'm pretty consistently between retainers, bonuses, and just my straight commissions. I'm easily making over 10K a month off that, like all day.
Okay, my top month face forward.
Yeah, I mean I do both. So I mean I have a bunch of different accounts. I do all 3 styles of content. So you have top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content. This is my background for most of my top of funnel content. So if you've seen me on TikTok, this is my background. that is what I'm most successful with, is just talking head. I do a lot of like, it sounds stupid, but I do like conspiracy style videos and just they're really good for watch. So TikTok is literally all about watch time. The more that you can get the average watch time to go up on a video, the more TikTok will push it, the more people that view it, the more buyers you're going to get. Even if it's a fucking terrible video, if you have a million views on it, it's going to do sales to an extent. It really depends. But so top of funnel content is just educating the buyer on what's going on. You can get impulse buys a lot of the time on stuff like that. Middle of funnel content is people that are actually like somewhat familiar with the platform or with the product itself. They just haven't really been enticed to buy that much. So you hit a little pain point or a selling point or whatever it is on the product. They're pretty like short videos for the most part. And I do some of those on my top of funnel account, and then I have just purely bottom of funnel account, which is, I mean, a lot of the people that I just mentioned that I can talk to right now, they're doing over 100K a month. They're just doing bottom of funnel stuff, and it's all selling the sale. So it's people that are very familiar with viral products that have already gotten a bunch of traction on TikTok, but then you hammer it. It's like, this is on sale today for 53% off. You can basically buy one, get one free, tap the orange shopping cart, blah, 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 blah. And so that I do both faceless. So I'm just like recording the product or whatever. And then I also do talking head as well. I'm just like, hold the product up, put it back. Oh, it's on sale today, blah, blah. And so, but it sounds so stupid, but there are people that are like, I'm on the low end of what I'm making. And I would say like standard for someone that's running like, I don't know, 3 bottom of funnel accounts, I should be doing, this is a kick on me, I should be doing at least 15K a month just off of bottom of funnel. It's like, it's actually insane the money that's being tossed around on TikTok Shop right now. And I have companies that pay me retainers just to post videos. I'm already doing it, and they just pay me money to do it. It's sick. It's like it's the craziest opportunity ever. And I mean, now I'm flipping the stuff too. I'm flipping it on eBay. I just mass order samples, and they send me, I mean, some of the samples that I get like $450 in samples. It's great. All this stuff, the 3D wall panels, that's all free. Like literally all of it is free shit. It's awesome.
That's crazy. I feel like you don't. I knew that people were making good money on TikTok Shop, but I guess you see like a whole different side of it. Why do you think people? Where do they go wrong? I've tried it a few times, and it's like I find it hard just to make the videos all the time. I guess that's just me in my head. But where do you think people are going wrong with that? Why they're not like pushing harder on it?
Consistency and mindset. It's about it. Like I'm actually glad that I started with the sports betting content, because that's way harder to make money on than TikTok Shop, because I was posting basically into the abyss for a while. Like, and I just had faith that it was going to work out. And I didn't see, like, there was no instant gratification really for any of that stuff. I would get a couple signups, but my CPA was so low back then too. I was only getting like $30 a sign up on most of the deals that I had. And so I wasn't really making that much money, and I just stuck with it. I was just like extremely consistent with it. I never missed a day on the sports betting stuff for a long time. I do now every now and then. I'm still pretty consistent with it, but I took that discipline over into TikTok Shop. And even when I have like relatively low months, I just still do it like every single day. I mean, granted, it's basically my full-time job now, so I have a responsibility to actually make money, but I really feel like it's, especially bottom of funnel, it's just so simple to do. You just have to be consistent with it, and people either get tired of it or discouraged. I mean, I get relatively discouraged sometimes just like seeing how much some people are making, and because it's so simple, like it does mess with my mental a little bit, but I've grown to like accept and admire that type of stuff. It's like there is a reason why I'm not making that money, and I need to either, it's the same thing, skills, beliefs, and traits. It's like you have to increase those 3 to be able to actually command that certain type of money. And so if people don't have that outlook on it, then they're just going to give up and not do it. And your videos may just fucking suck, but guess what? You just got to get better at it. Like you have to, a lot of it is the hook. So if the beginning of your videos suck, it doesn't matter if the rest of them are amazing. Like as long as people just scroll up, then who cares? You're not making a sale. The video is not going to go viral. So it's like you just have to like fine tune certain things. It's like, okay, this video got a lot of watch time, but maybe I didn't hammer pain points enough. And so that's the reason why they didn't buy. So I got a bunch of views, but it didn't convert that well. Why? Okay, well, maybe I need to talk about insecurities, or maybe I need to like explicitly hammer the sale at the very end or something like that. There's just something about the video. You're always getting feedback because the algorithm is just people. And so it's like people are giving you feedback based on their actions on the video. And if you're just like, if you're doing, it's insanity. If you're doing the same shit and you expect different outcomes and you're not like changing anything, then you're not going to get better. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of people that would get frustrated by just not seeing results. And so that's why they would quit. But I truly think it's the easiest way to make money by far right now. I've never experienced anything. I mean, it's arguably easier than COVID pools. Like that's how crazy the money is. And there's no overhead. That's like the best part. Yeah. It's all just time and effort.
So what would you think then? Yeah. What do you think the difference then is your 10 or 15K versus the person doing 100K?
I really wish I had the true answer for it because hopefully I should be there if you had. Yeah. I mean, I kind of went down a bad rabbit hole with TikTok Shop. I mean, bad in a sense. I saw a crazy opportunity, and if I just did it earlier, it probably would have worked. I'm not gonna lie, but I came across the idea too late. I got down the scale rabbit hole. This is kind of just how my brain works. I just work in operations, and so I'm good at selling and stuff like that. But when something works, my brain automatically goes into operation mode, and I try and scale stuff. And so I got the idea because I wasn't making 100K a month or whatever on a certain account. I was like, okay, if I get 100 accounts that are doing $50 a day, doing bottom of funnel, it's $5,000 a day. And I'm going to be able to make $100,000 pretty damn quick. And 100 accounts really isn't that much. Like I had already had a bunch of accounts, and growing accounts back then when I first started was super easy. You could spend $200 and get an account up to 5K. So you can get in TikTok Shop. That's literally be 18, have an account over 5,000 followers. You can sell on TikTok. So I was already working with my VAs on the editing side of my bottom of funnel content. But then I got the idea. I was like, I can literally ship them out samples to the Philippines and have them film the videos for me. And I was just having them reuse my audios. I like pre-recorded a whole bunch of different scripts for them, put them all in a Google Drive, and they were just creating the videos for themselves. They were filming, adding the audio. And so I was really focused on trying to build up this mass account thing. And TikTok has gotten like very, very, very strict on mass accounts because people were botting the shit out of it. And so now it's basically impossible I can't even get like any new accounts in because every single account that I get in gets banned in like 2 or 3 days. It's really annoying. But I was focusing on the wrong stuff. I was not like increasing my actual skills on it. And so these past couple of months, I've like really tried to hone in on getting my scripts better, testing better products. But I will say, for any girls that may be watching this, which is, I'm not sure what your audience demographic looks like, but I would imagine it's pretty highly dudes. But even anyone watching this, get your wife or your girlfriend on TikTok Shop because girls fucking print. It's like they're the ultimate authority figures with a bunch of stuff because one, a lot of girls are the ones that are actually buying online on e-com. But two, they're authority figures if they're selling makeup or something like that, and the little whole video script is just demoing the product, putting on like a serum or whatever on their face, and then just saying it's linked down below. Girls print on TikTok Shop, and that's a lot of them. A lot of the 10 to 12, I would say like maybe like 60 or 70% of them are girls, and they're doing a lot of makeup stuff. Like makeup just sells absurd amounts on TikTok. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't have the actual secret sauce for why I'm not at 100K. Otherwise I probably would be at 100K, but I think it's more so a lot of it is mindset, just actually like being open to that type of money. mentally is hard. It's not like, especially if you're not there, like having the belief that you can actually do something like that is kind of hard to like conceptualize. So I firmly believe that I can do 100K month, but does my internal belief, that's like me like saying that out loud, because I do believe it, but then at the end of the day, like, am I actually like internally comfortable with like believing that I can do something like that? I fight back and forth. It's like I do believe, I know that I have the consistency, I know that I have the work output to be able to do something like that, but I haven't achieved that yet. So it's like it's like devil or angel on your shoulder type shit at the end of the day. But yeah, and then just the skill of it. Like, some people are just better at it. I mean, you can only work to improve on your video content skills, but some people are just fucking good. They got good voices. My voice is kind of annoying, I think. I'm like a little nasally guy every now and then. I don't have like an ASMR voice. Some people do, and those people print. So there's just certain aspects about, I mean, some people have pretty faces, and so they get more views just because they look better. It's like, I don't know, there's a lot of nuance in it at the end of the day, but it's a great business model. It's way better than FBA. I'll tell you that much.
Are you editing your videos heavy? Like, you're doing a lot in like Adobe or CapCut or whatever?
No, I mean, I do everything in CapCut for the most part. Every now and then I'll edit in app in TikTok, but most of my stuff is CapCut. The editing side for sports betting is way more intense than anything with TikTok Shop. I do like especially for like conspiracy type videos for top of funnel, you put a bunch of like overlays, so I'm always like pointing up or whatever in my video, and so I just have to edit in the overlay up top and stuff like that. Or when now you can't even like show actual clips, you have to like record, like I'd like record my screen or whatever of a video, and so all I have to do is just shorten the parts to where I want it. That's like the only editing really that goes into it. It's super easy.
Yeah.
Just clip together a whole bunch of like 15 clips goes into like one video for the most part for most of my stuff.
What about the bottom of the
That's about
funnel stuff? Are you like, are you buying products that you've like found on Qualidata or using stuff like that, or do you just get free stuff?
I get everything for free. I mean, thankfully I believe it's not like public yet. They have been talking about it, but you get a product selection score, and it kind of like categorizes you of what like video category you are. So I'm like a lot of like health stuff. And then you have, I believe it should be coming out soon. They've like beta tested it a lot. You have like a sample score. So it shows basically how reliable you are as an affiliate of posting, because if you get a free sample, you have to post within 14 days. And if you get a refundable sample, you pay out front. But if you make anywhere from like 1 to 3 sales, then they'll refund you the initial cost. So if you have a high sample score and you actually do make sales on whatever account it is, you can pretty much get accepted for basically anything. So I don't pay for any of these products. Every now and then I'll buy a refundable sample if it's like something that I really think has potential. And all I have to do is make a couple sales on it. I'll spend money doing that. And every now and then, if there's like something that's going super viral, I'll order it like overnight on Amazon. And then once I actually get the sample in, then I'll just return it. So it's no overhead at all. But yeah, it's sweet.
We've had TikTok Shop people on before, but I don't know. What do you think about this, John?
I feel like I've never really heard, almost like you're definitely like crushing it. You were like just pretty nonchalant about it. You're like, yeah, like about 10K a month. I'm like, damn. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's good money. It's definitely good money. I'm just thankfully, I'm just surrounded by a bunch of fucking killers. And so like I truly see the potential of what can be made on TikTok Shop, and people are like 100K, 150K. Like there's one girl that did like 200K last month, just bottom of funnel. She's like probably 45, 50, named Sandra, absolute murderer. But there's so many people that are doing 30K months, 40K months. This one dude sold. He basically has an account that is only for Goli, and he got the $80,000 reward mark last month. That's bonus. That's literally just bonus extra money that Goli has so much money that they throw around on campaigns, but that's not commissions or anything. So he probably just off of Goli he made like 130K in a month.
Jeez.
It's absurd.
That's
It's
insane.
absurd.
So
Like,
what?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've got an
So I've
account now, and I've got like I paid for it or whatever. I posted a few TikTok shop videos. What's your recommendation? If somebody's got an account, they're already approved. Me and John both are approved. What do you recommend for someone to do? Find a product like from step. Like let's say I have no clue what to do next. I've made a few, but let's act like I haven't.
I would say, and TikTok shop people will hate me for this, but do bottom of funnel content just so you can get used to. I can send you the scripts. It's so freaking easy. It's very simple structure. You have the product, blah is on, you name the sale. A lot of like what some people are getting violations now for putting like certain percent or dollar off, because if they change the price, then it's like inconsistent with the listing or whatever. So Dopamine Brain Food's on a double discount today. Tap the orange shopping cart. That's going to activate your initial flash sale price and fast and free shipping. But this sale's ending tonight and you don't want to miss it. So tap that orange shopping cart right now before it ends. It's like, that's all you fucking do. That's bottom of funnel. It's so fucking easy. And people are making 100K months off of that shit. So
that's like, insane to me, because you didn't really say anything about the product. Well, I guess they have some knowledge about it, but like that would be like my like experience was I was like really into TikTok shop. I was like, oh, this is gonna be better than the influencer program. Yeah, I like bought all this shit on TikTok, and then it came. I did like a couple videos. I'm like, this is so much work. And then like I was in this other group, and they're like, oh, you got to practice. So like I have like two like, I wouldn't say they're viral videos. I actually looked on the account yesterday, and one has like 30K views and the other one has like 12K views. One was for like that Ninja slushy machine or whatever. Me just making like the Wendy's Frosty or whatever. And then the other one was for, do you know like the meringue things? It's like 0-calorie meringue cookies.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like No Worries or something, I think. And that one has like almost 30K views. That one was wild. Let me see. Has it? Yeah, it's exactly those. That one was wild, and I was like, this. I like was trying to go like be like specific about it and give the calories, and I think I've like kind of fucked up. Like I was like, oh, this is 0 calories, and everyone's in the comments like, no, that's like totally wrong. So I think that's kind of why I did well, and the brand actually reached out to me, like thanked me. But I just got some from the influencer program. I was like, maybe I should like try to make some more of these videos one more time. They actually taste decent, to be honest. They're not that bad.
I haven't tried them, but that's exactly why that video did well, is because you said they had 0 calories or whatever. Even if it's incorrect, you got a bunch of people commenting on it, and that's all the algorithm wants. It's like I leave all the negative comments. I talk shit to people in comments just to like bait them to comment more. I have burner accounts that I'll leave seed comments on my videos so that it pisses other people off in the comments. Like there's a whole game to it. But yeah, I mean, going back to your question, like what you would do, I would say just for anyone watching, like if you don't have any experience with it, just do bottom of funnel so that you get comfortable on camera, like talking through a script, whatever, because it's so easy. And then top of funnel content definitely is a lot harder, but once you learn like certain tricks on how the like format of a video is supposed to go, depending on the style of like top of funnel content, like with conspiracy videos, they're usually like 1.5 to 2 minutes long. So the structure of the video is a little bit different. But if you're doing like a demo video of the creamy or whatever, you have like an initial hook or something, just something that you're saying, a really good hook. I actually just did it. I saw this this cooler that is sold on the TikTok shop. It's actually a pretty cool product at this baby shower that I was at on Saturday, and for one of my buddies. And I was like, dude, I know exactly what to do. So I made a video while I was at the party, and I actually made a sale on it yesterday. It was pretty funny. But you basically like with your phone, you like point, so it's not talking head or anything, it's faceless. You like point to something like as you're recording, and you like walk up to something. So initially, like what someone is like when they're viewing it, they're like, what are we pointing at? And so it just that gives you watch time. So as you're like walking up to something and you're pointing at it, that people are watching because they want to see what the payoff is. And so it's like once you learn certain things like that, that's the hook part of the video, and then people are more enticed to watch anyway, but the view time on it is going to go up. So once you can understand like how to do certain things like that, and then just structure the video properly, like just what with these meringue things, a really viral video is they'll put like all of them on a platter, and it'll be like, watch me eat 100 calories of cookies in like whatever. And so then they just speed it up, and so it's like a fast video of them like literally eating all of it. But people will sit, it's so stupid, people will just sit there and watch it like, I just literally ate 100 cookies and blah blah, blah. It's like but that just gets, you have to go into the viewer's perspective on it, and that will get people to watch. And then sure enough, you're going to find maybe 80%, 90% of the people that watch that, they're just like, oh, cool, whatever, fuck it. And they just scroll up. But you get 10% of that, they're like, oh, you know what? Maybe that's actually a low calorie snack that I would want to buy. Let me click on the orange shopping cart. So it's like, you just have to figure out ways to get the watch time up. And then from there, the products essentially kind of sell themselves with the correct target audience. So there's little nifty tricks that you can do. I have one that I love doing this. I have a saved sound of a smoke detector chirp. And so if you it's a little racist, but like everyone always floods in the comments like bros breaking stereotypes and shit like that.
That's pretty good.
But it's so funny. I put it like in the first 3 seconds, and then depending on how long the video is, if it's like a video under a minute, then I'll usually do it twice. And if the video is longer than a minute, I put 3 of them in there. And so people are always commenting on the video or on the smoke detector chirps, and then I'll reply to them and be like, did you hear all 3? And then some people are like, no, I didn't. And they'll go back in and rewatch the video just for the chirp. But all of that is just helping the algorithm at the end of the day. So there's some stuff that you can do with it. It's pretty funny.
What's the most you've made off one video, or what's your most viral video?
Let's see where we're at now. Absolutely no. I mean, I do a lot of another hack that you can do is when a video is going viral, you can, let me make sure my volume isn't up. You can do comment replies, and so the comment replies kind of feed back in to the viral video. And so I've made a ton of money kind of doing like bottom of funnel style comment reply videos. And so if the original video is going super viral and you put a bunch of comment reply videos, people can see the comment reply videos in the comments. And so the comment reply videos inherently will do a lot better than just a normal video because the main video is already going viral. And so they get a lot more views that way, and they're targeted sales with that. But also on the back end, you have people that are first time seeing the video from the comment reply, and then they can click the comment on TikTok and it'll go back into the original video. So you can like, it's kind of, it flows both ways on like views going into it. So on one, let's see what the view thing is for it. Yeah, it's at 4.6 million now.
Whoa.
That video and the comment reply videos, I probably made like 12K off of, maybe 15-ish around there. And it's a video that I've recreated like 100 times. Which is the funny part. You can still do that. I know the video works, and so I just recreate it until it doesn't work anymore.
Really you don't have to give away the product, but what's the category? Or unless you want to say, oh, it's that thing.
Yeah. Dopamine brain food. Probably doesn't work. I have no idea.
That doesn't work. I've tried this.
I don't take any of these. I don't take any supplements ever, so I have no idea.
And that's when people ask me about the influencer program. I was like, don't take any of this stuff. Don't put any of it on your face. Like, don't do any of that.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff.
I have no idea what some of this stuff is gonna like. I have like Clean Nutra. I'm sorry, Clean Nutra, if you guys see this, because I have a retainer with them. But like some of this stuff, like Thyro Bloom and plant flow with moringa. Like, I have no idea what this shit does. I'm not putting it in my body. I mean,
That's
Did
crazy.
you do any of
tell them
the?
benefits.
I think it's the ashwagandha. I forgot what it's
Oh, yeah.
called, but it's some like tar thing that smells. It's so bad.
I have all the Goli shit. That's matcha mine. I don't know where the ashwagandha is, but yeah, I mean, it's a hilarious world, honestly. But I have a question for you on the Amazon influencer thing.
If you could just take 2 seconds and subscribe to this YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year, and the more subscribers we have, the better guests we can get for you. So if you literally just take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe. It will also let you know when new episodes go live and everything we're up to. Thank you so much. Yeah, go for it.
I'm banned on like everything Amazon at this point. So I had a associates account that I was using for flipping leads, and this is why I'm so pissed at myself. I gave away the Cronus lead to everyone because I wanted to make money off of the Amazon Associates like affiliate link, and I actually did make a good amount of money off of it because I would ping the restocks, and that was when we were buying from Amazon UK, and that was such a sick hack. I could have made like a couple $100,000 if I didn't release that, but
I made like 40 grand off your things.
dude, yeah, that shit printed. It was awesome. But I got banned because I wasn't putting the links through fucking Twitter. I was literally just putting them through Discord. And so they eventually banned my account because it was like the incorrect like disclosure or whatever. It was really stupid, but I've never been able to get that back. And the same email that I have on that one is tied to my actual Amazon account. So that one's banned. So I'm banned on both of them. And I've tried to get accepted into the program because I it's what I do. Like it's
Right.
like I'm like the perfect candidate for it. I create social media content day in, day out and on products, and I can't get accepted. I don't know if I can like go around with, I've tried to change or create a different account with a different email, but it's linked to my phone number. So I can't authenticate it because my phone number is the same. So I just don't know how I can get on this damn program, but I really want to. It's pissing me
That's
off.
probably the catch is the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
That was
assume.
my thought.
Can you use like a family member's phone number? Or put like
They
the
all have
account in their
they all
name?
have Amazon accounts. That's the thing.
Why don't you start a Google Voice number?
Yeah, you could do
Yeah, I
that.
can try that.
Yeah, because you could try the
I'll
Google
try that.
Voice number. I know a lot of people. Oh, I don't know. A lot of people have had like banned accounts, but I know like once you go through the influencer program and you get rejected, like you submit all your videos and you get rejected, then you could like literally just start another Amazon account. My first 3 videos actually got like denied. This was like a year and like almost 2 years ago, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I just started a new Amazon account and used a different social to get unlocked. I'm guessing your TikTok would definitely
Yeah,
like
that
get
was
you
like
instant access. So yeah, you
any
just
of
need to figure out the phone number situation. Yeah, I would
I
almost
was on the
think you'd
phone with
be
them and
able
they
to
were
get a.
useless as always, but they were absolutely no help when I was trying to figure it out with them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
you'd
really
have to
wanted
just
to.
get the phone number situated, and then you'd be good to go for sure. But yeah, because you would definitely get approved with all your socials.
Yeah. I mean, that was my thoughts. And they were saying that like the account that I was like submitting for the application or whatever has to have the same email as the Amazon account as well. So whatever email that I used for it, I had to have the same email like for the TikTok shop account or whatever. And that's like kind of sketchy for on my end for like all my accounts that I have and stuff. If you change the email, TikTok has been flagging that because people were selling accounts. And so one of the things is you would go in and change the email to your email from whatever the account seller had it at. And so I don't want to change the email because I don't want to risk getting one of my accounts banned. So that's like one of the other things that I'm fighting back and forth on.
Can you probably could grow a TikTok pretty quick, right? What you could
Now
do
I
is
don't
just
know. Now I don't
well, if
know.
you could, let's just hypothetically say you got a new email, started a new Amazon account, and start a new TikTok account with that email, then it'll all
Yeah, I
line
could
up.
do that.
because like you could just probably recycle or do like you would be doing like you know how to make like a controversial video like it doesn't take
Yeah.
long. Like some of the people I've helped like through the guide, like within 2 to 3 weeks, they just start like on TikTok. I have like 5 different topics in that guide, and like they just kind of roll through that and they get approved. My dad
Yeah.
recently got approved. He has like 200 followers. Like no idea how that happened. So it's all over the place. But like yeah, if you could get like engagement, you could probably get approved. The phone number thing, I mean, I don't know how to get around that specifically, but I'm sure you could like there has to be some workaround.
I need to change my phone number anyway, just because it's all over the internet. You could literally just search my name and you could find my phone number. It's so annoying. I've had the same phone number since I got my phone, and the only reason I don't want to change it is because the last 4 digits are my name, because I got to pick that. It just spells out Kyle. But that's the only reason I don't want to change it. But if I changed it, then I'd probably be in business.
That would yeah definitely solve all your problems as well.
Yeah, I might do it because it's like, obviously you guys know Reezy. Like Reezy's been posting about that lately, and I was like, damn, dude, I'm doing that anyway. I might as well double dip.
Yeah.
That's me.
How many videos you post on TikTok Shop a day?
Right now I'm running
I
4
also
bottom
I
of
want to
funnel
give some
accounts.
context. I'm just doing so much stuff right now, but the TikTok Shop, I've always went in and out of trying to do it, but I'm like, well, I don't want to have shiny object syndrome and try to do it and then it not waste my
I feel
time.
that.
So what do you think about that? Like, is it worth it to post 1 to 3 a day or something?
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, especially just with like top of funnel content, you can make 3 videos once you get the hang of it, you can make 3 videos. If they're not like conspiracy videos like I do, sometimes those will take a little bit, especially if you're like first time editing it. Sometimes that would maybe like take an hour, but you can post like 3 regular TikTok Shop top of funnel videos in an hour and a half ish. They're really not that hard to film. I mean, especially if you're doing like a 30 to 45 seconder, you can just pump those out like crazy. I mean, with my 4 bottom of funnel accounts, I do 20 videos a day on each, so I'm posting 80 a day. With that, yeah, I'm putting out volume. I'm on a bunch of retainers with certain brands for like top of funnel stuff, so it really depends on the day. Sometimes I'll batch a bunch of them. Sometimes I won't at all. Like I've been actually kind of slacking the past couple of days, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. I mean, normal top of funnel stuff, I can put out 10 if I really wanted to. It's a lot of work. That's a big day with everything else that I'm doing. But because I'm also doing sports betting stuff as well, so I'm always like, that's pretty much daily. I have to create videos for that as well, so I would consider that like a top of funnel video. But yeah, I mean, it's really, I am working a lot just because I'm like putting myself through that because I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get back to Arizona as fast as I can. But yeah, I mean, it's I definitely understand and feel you on the shiny object stuff. The only pushback I have on that is this is like, it's legit. It's the easiest money making operation I've ever come across, and especially because there's no overhead. It's the best part about it. There's really no risk. Your risk is your time. That's about it. Or if you want to buy, well, you're already approved, so it doesn't even fucking matter. You don't have to buy an account.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of stuff.
Risk is time. Yeah.
Yeah, you got me like excited again about TikTok Shop. Like 'cause
December
we haven't had
20th,
them in a
somebody on
while.
TikTok.
And like I get a ton of stuff from AIP, probably like I don't know, call it 150, 200 items. I'm sure a lot of that stuff is on TikTok Shop as well. So yeah, I could definitely make or at least try to make content. For me, I guess it was just like now that hearing you talk about kind of like the bottom of the funnel, top of the funnel, like I was almost had the impression or like the group I was in was always like, oh, like you gotta edit, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I was like, I don't have time for that. Like Amazon, like influencers, like my bread and butter. But like, yeah, I guess to sit here, I do like a video, like I'll do it for the influencer program. Maybe I just shoot a quick one on my phone for
Double dip.
TikTok.
That's
And
what
then
I
if
was saying.
nothing
Yeah.
happens, nothing happens. But if something happens, I mean, I guess that's great too. Which is for
Yeah,
posting, if you're doing like 10, 20 videos a day, you posting like every hour, like what does that look like? Do you film everything and you're uploading everything? You adding like captions? Like what's all that about?
So I have it systemized now where I do all my filming and then I upload the raw edits into a Google Drive, and then I have my VAs in the Philippines edit them in TikTok Studio overnight. So then they put all the finished videos into the finished folder in the Google Drive. I download them, post them during the day. So it really depends on the account. I've been posting on these bottom of funnel accounts since like March, I want to say. So they're pretty primed for the most part. So I post back to back. Some people will wait. And you can also, it depends on the account. Some accounts have the ability to schedule shop posts now. So you could space them out however far you want. Really doesn't matter. But I usually just do them back to back. And I have it now where I can post 20 of them in about like 12 minutes, like 12, 15 minutes. So posting is about, between the 4 accounts, is about an hour of my day. And I'm not going to pull it over here. I actually just got a treadmill sample from TikTok Shop. And because I was going to the gym, and this group that I'm in, 6FC, they have this thing called Morning Mindset every day. It's 11 a.m. Eastern, so 10 a.m. my time. But I would just go on the treadmill and just walk, get my cardio in for the day, and just post while I'm listening to Morning Mindset. And so now I have the treadmill at my house, and so I'm going live with the treadmill. So I'm actively trying to sell the treadmill to anyone that's in my live, and then I'm posting on I have a separate phone that's hosting the live. I'm posting on my on all my bottom of funnel accounts, and then I have Morning Mindset playing in the background, and I have my affiliate link in my bio. So if anyone joins, I get affiliate credit on that too. So it's a whole operation now. But yeah, that's like I could hire a poster if I want. I actually have a contract from a lawyer that's like all ready to go if I want to, because I'd have to give someone credentials if I wanted them to post. So I could do that and hire that out. And that's like, I'd pay them like $14 an hour. So basically $14 a day for them to post. So it's really, if I wanted to do that, I could take my time back. But now, because I'm going live on the treadmill, I might as well do it myself, because I'm that's like part of the selling point. I'm like, I'm working right now. You guys can get your steps in too if you want to buy this treadmill. Like down below, live flash sale. Yeah, I don't know. It's work,
I'm
but
motivated to post. Maybe I'll just crank them. I don't know why, dude. It's like as soon as you don't get any results from stuff, your brain just turns into like, it's probably not worth it. But it's like you just got to fight through and do it, I guess.
yeah, I mean,
got to bring back the challenge. We were gonna do a TikTok challenge to see who can make, what was it, like 10 grand first?
It's like a
and
grand
then
or something. Maybe it was 10. I don't know.
maybe it was 1,000. I don't even remember. And then a guest that we usually have on was like, "How's it going?" We're like, "Last about a day, maybe a week, maybe a
It was
week."
about 3 days.
I think it was a couple texts like, "Did you post one yet?" And he's like, "No." "Did you?" I'm like, "No."
Dude, you don't even have to really like take it seriously. Like, just, you can make funny videos. I put the one that I posted with the cooler that was at my friend's house, my hook, as I'm pointing, I was like, my daddy just got me this TikTok Shop cooler or something like that. It's just dumbass shit. I said it has 2 sides that you can open. You can like slide it across or whatever. And so I was like, look at this. It opens on both sides, easy access, just like your sister. And that video made a sale. It's so funny. I just fuck around with it every now and then, but yeah, it's really easy.
You're basically just scratching lottery tickets. It's like, why wouldn't you scratch 3 lottery tickets?
Yes and no. That's a rabbit hole that you can get yourself down mentally, because it is, in a sense, and that's like a lot of people use that terminology, but it's not. It's like there's a reason why certain things do well. It's like, and so if you learn that, then you can just capitalize on it over and over and over and over and over again. But in a sense, it is a lottery ticket, just like putting them out there. And
you can't just post trash.
They don't.
Yeah. Like, you can't just be, okay, I'm going to post 100 videos a day and they're all just garbage. It's like, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Have you ever read Breakthrough Advertising?
No.
You should, the top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, that's like a simplistic way to put it, but you can read Breakthrough Advertising, or just look up the stages of awareness. And that's like a more complex version of that, where people are like problem aware, they're unaware, they're solution aware, their product, like different things like that. That you can probably even layer that into what you're already doing. That's what I'm thinking about. It's like, well, you could just pick some awareness state of like, are they aware of the problem they have? Are they aware of the product that's there? Are they not even aware they have the problem? It sounds like, I mean, that's what top, middle, and bottom funnel is, but this is like a more complex way to look at it. That makes me think.
No, that's like,
I understand that very well. So it's like I probably should just target the content or something like that.
dude, yeah, because that literally in itself, that is what scripts videos.
Yeah.
It's like that. You just described it perfectly. It's like you just hit on something and then you find a way to make a piece of content around it. You have a interesting hook that is going to get someone to stop, and then you immediately go into that. It's like you weren't even aware that it's like educational style for the most part for top of funnel. That's like talking head, top of funnel. It's educational. It's like, yeah, it's something that they're insecure about, or something that they didn't know about, or this is a solution to a problem that they're having. It's like a lot of demo style videos for top of funnel are doing that. It's like, oh, this is a product that is solving an issue. That it's like I have a meal prep account that I like just do kitchen stuff on, basically. And so it's like I'm giving people value because I'm teaching them how to meal prep whatever, like a high protein like pasta thing or whatever the fuck it is. And in that video, just normal process of how you would make something like a meat shredder, like a chicken shredder or something like that. It's like, I'm making shredded chicken for this recipe. Oh, by the way, here, this thing is linked down below, this chicken shredder. Why are you using a fork right now when you could be using this? It's like just something like that. They weren't even aware. They're like, oh yeah, I've been using a fork to shred my chicken for ages now. And it's like, here's the solution to that problem. And people like aren't even thinking about that shit. But you just find a certain way to incorporate a product into one of the videos, and then you're good to go. And you have a TikTok shop video.
It is crazy because I've been trying to watch a little bit more TikTok to kind of like more like to get into like this content and see what everyone's talking about. And it seems like the Ninja products, we buy a lot of Ninja products here, and like it's funny because you'd know more than I would, but it almost seems for the Ninja knife set, like everyone's making content. All the content is they're not even using the knives. It's usually like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, husband or wife, being like, "We can't afford these knives." And it's just like little skit, and they're like, yeah, we can, because they're like 50% off. It's like, no, it's not. And there's just like this stupid back and forth.
Yeah, that's a big
and like
one right
it
now.
has like 500,000 views. I'm just like, and
Skits
they're just
go
like in the
crazy.
kitchen, the knives are just sitting there. I was just like, this is insane.
I mean, it's essentially, that's like, I would say that's like a mix of bottom of funnel and middle of funnel in a skit, because that's like kind of essentially what I do. I'm not like showing how any of these products work. I'm just hammering on the sale, and they're doing that in a skit format. But yeah, I mean, I wish that I had like a girlfriend to do skits with or whatever. Thankfully, I'm ignoring the birds right now. I'm just focused on business. But that does really, like, I know a bunch of people that are selling like women's creatine, like a bunch of dudes, and they're just using their girlfriends, and they'll like be in the kitchen or some shit and like wearing the leggings that like shoot up their butt crack and like show their ass. And so they'll be like, when did you get a BBL? She's like, I didn't get a BBL. What are you talking about? I just had this creatine. It's like, wait, you got creatine? Isn't that going to make you bloat? It's like, no, it's creatine for women. It's like, what? Isn't that super expensive? Like, no, I actually got it on the TikTok shop. It's linked down below. It's like, and those videos get like 1 million views, and they do a bunch of sales. It's so stupid, but like, it's, yeah, stuff like that. You can just make like the dumbest content, but it'll actually get pushed out and make sales. It's pretty funny.
And I feel like I'm running so many ads for stuff right now. I'm like, I feel like an idiot. I'm like paying for traffic when I understand how this stuff works. You could just make these videos and just use the same stuff that I'm like trying to like work all day to make this work on paid traffic.
I mean, that I was kind of talking to you about this in DM, and this is back when I was still somewhat in shiny object land, but because I was mainly trying to get this mass account thing set up, and that would solve all my problems. But I do want to get into launching my own brand. Like, that is the end all be all goal of what I'm trying to do. And this is like the final piece of the puzzle for me of like actually understanding, because I did not know how content was going to work. Like, if I was going to launch my own brand, I'd be completely reliant on someone else doing that. But now that I actually have experience, one, I could hire out more effectively, but two, I just understand like the psychology of like how to actually promote a product through video content, understanding why they work. And so that it'll serve me well when I actually do go to launch the product, which it would have been great if I had the mass account thing, because I would basically like already have, if I have 100 accounts and all my VAs are running this, all I have to do is send them over the product, and I was going to make them do 5 videos a day. So if I have 100 accounts doing 5 videos a day, getting 500 pieces of content put out for free, and I get the commission on top of it. So I'm not like actively just like paying out affiliates or whatever. They're just my employees that are promoting my own product. So that was kind of the goal with what was going to go on there. It didn't work out too well, but yeah, it's like understanding this is a super valuable skill, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's marketing. It's like once you can understand how to do that, it's on the marketing medium, whatever you want to call it, that you're actually like going through to buy it is forever going to change. But the actual like selling of the product, people are going to buy stuff until AI takes over our brains.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things with the influencer program too. It's just like, all right, like this, you're actually learning a skill. Like when you're reselling and doing all this other shit, like you get kicked off of Amazon, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go to Walmart. Now the same shit's happening at Walmart. I don't know, maybe you go to Target. Like, I don't know what's left. But with this, it's like I get kicked off to Amazon, I go to TikTok, I go to Instagram. I get now brands every day are sending like 5 or 10 messages like, hey, we'll pay you to make these influencer videos. And it's like, okay, like I could even if I got kicked off, I'll be like, I'll make you the video. You could just upload it to the carousel, to your listing. It's the same shit. And like, you still get a video. So like, I think you're right. It's always like a skill. Like if you could get attention, like that's a skill worth having, because that will transfer like anywhere. And I know other people too who are like almost get burnt out making the content, and then they're like creative strategists and they're hiring content creators, like because they know what's good content. So like I feel like there's just so much you could do with this, and it's like a legit skill that's like worth having for sure.
Yeah, I mean and it's only growing. It's like it's in like, I would say social commerce as a whole right now is like Game Boy in terms of like consoles. We're like we just passed like Atari and stuff like that. We're in like Game Boy Color. So Pokemon just came out. And like that's where we're at in this stage, and it's only going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And people are saying like, okay, what if like Oracle's about to take over TikTok and change the algorithm a little bit? We'll see how that plays out. But if TikTok Shop goes away, TikTok gets shut down, TikTok gets banned, whatever, you have these brands. I have like 11 retainers right now. I have brands paying me to make content. That's just UGC at the end of the day. Instead of sending it over to China, now they have people in the US that are doing UGC and getting paid for it. So that's forever going to be around. As long as brands have money to scale, then they're going to put out advertising money for UGC creators because they don't want to do the content themselves. If TikTok Shop gets banned, then YouTube is going to do it. Instagram's going to do it. Like Facebook, whatever, they're all going to have their own thing. They kind of already do. Like I was saying earlier, they somewhat do, but it's not like in platform. They're still taking offsite to a different landing page, as opposed to TikTok is like you're buying in TikTok itself. Once you set up your address and your payment method, you can literally just buy now and it'll send it to your address. So that aspect of social commerce is only going to grow, and you can take it to any other platform. Granted, I'm lucky that I have the sports betting stuff, because I'm like all platforms doing that, so I'm never like really going to get shut down. But it's the same thing. It's video content, and I have a product that I'm able to push as an affiliate on top of it, and it just happens to be the sports books. But it's like that. It's such a valuable skill, and you can take it so many places, where reselling you're pretty limited for the most part. Amazon's the main show. How is Walmart doing? I don't really know. I'm not in the game, so I don't really know anything about it. Did Walmart ever take off or what?
From what I understand, we had someone on. We're like, oh man, like we're definitely doing this. Like this is gonna be, we're doing this. Like literally after the podcast, we were on here like, all right, let's both sign up. Like we're going through the sign up process. We both got approved that day, and then we never did anything with it. But my like theory was like it's gonna be the same as Amazon. Like I don't feel like learning a whole new platform for, I don't know, invest 1 to 2 years to just be in the same spot where Amazon is right now, where it's like, yeah, if you're like one of the bigger players, it's great. But as someone trying to make $500, $1,000, like that's not what I'm trying to make. But
Hmm.
like that's like the dumbest thing you could do right now. Like there's so much other better opportunity. From what I understand, pretty much everything is like banned on Walmart. Don't take me up on this, but like pretty much you can't sell toys or you need documents. It was like everyone was like, "Oh, Walmart loves resellers," and then they literally just put the kibosh on like 80% of the stuff, and like supposedly they like kind of pulled an Amazon. Like it's not like they even sent the stuff back for free, so you got to pay to remove it. And some people are newer to this and got sucked into it, so they didn't even have the capital to pull their products back from Walmart. So like it sounds like kind of a
Understand.
terrible situation, but like that stuff's always spun as there's still a lot of opportunity there, but like I don't know. That's from I don't really get too much into it. I kind of started just to follow people in the content creation space because that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, yeah. I never tried it, but I just had a feeling that it was kind of just gonna be the same shit,
Yeah, just less
same old,
volume.
same old.
Yeah, I just never understood. I would ask everybody we had on the same question, and like no one had an answer that like was sufficient. It's like, what is the answer to Walmart not growing? Yet you think you're going to get better sales over there when people are going to start selling more there, but the volume's not there. Like, isn't this a bad math equation? And like, no one really had like an answer. They're just like, well, I don't really look at it like that. I'm like, are you retarded? Like, how do you
Good.
not look at it like that? Like, that's the only way. Like, how do you not try to look in the future? Like, that's what happened with Amazon. Why people got like that. You could see these gatings and all this stuff that happens with Amazon. It was clear that was coming because they were putting so much pressure on like certain categories. Like, if beauty is getting all this hits and stuff like that, it's like, okay, why do you think they're doing this? People, they don't want people to sell these products that are fake and things like exactly what you were talking about. So you don't know, like you're not testing out the product, you're not the actual brand. And then brands are going to
Yeah.
go, I don't want some random person selling my product. I can't like have quality control. Like all of them are going to do that when they realize, okay, people are going to just try to get them from DHgate and sell them on there. Like that's like an obvious output of reselling at that kind of scale. And if you don't look at that, then you're just going to get blindsided. Like, and I have no clue what happened.
Yeah, I mean that was always my thought process on it. Even while I was doing it, I always felt like it was a limited time opportunity because it doesn't really make sense if you truly think about it. It's like you shouldn't be able a brand is there to sell direct to customer with their product, and they should be optimized on their pricing at the end of the day. So it's like the fact that you have an avenue and you're not wholesale. Wholesale is completely different because you're putting up a whole bunch of money. I understand that aspect of it. That's what freaking Walmart and Target are. They're basically just big wholesalers.
Yeah.
So I understood that part, but outside of that, I was like, it's a thing now, cool, but like there is only a detriment to brands allowing stuff like that to happen. Gating aside, like they want to spend the money to do that or whatever, it just doesn't make sense. And there is no quality control if you just have it's basically the eBay operation on Amazon where anyone can just go in and sell whatever product it is. Granted, eBay has the authenticity thing with certain products or whatever, but it's like it doesn't long term doesn't make sense as a business model if you're just relying on like sourcing at a cheaper price and selling it back. It's like there's discrepancies, yes, but like there shouldn't be at the end of the day. And like as technology only starts to get better and better, it's like they're going to have more of a tight grasp on those discrepancies. And so I always saw it as like a kind of a quick money play at the end of the day. Granted, I had no idea what I was going to do after, but I was always of that mindset. But I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the progression, like, and I'd say this to whoever's been watching this for an hour and a half at this point. Thank you very much, if so. But also,
Yeah.
like learning some type of marketing, whether it's TikTok Shop or learning how to run ads or like doing anything to where you're understanding how to get attention to stuff that he's been talking about. If you like to understand that, will take you much further. Like, and when you have growth, it's way more exponential because you don't put any money behind it. So you're unlimited on your upside and you're very limited on your downside. Ironically, compared to with inventory, you're have a big downside and you don't have that big of an upside. But when you're doing content, you're doing marketing type stuff, you have no downside unless you're spending money on ads. And then your upside could be you could make 400 grand tomorrow. You just never know. Like if it all worked out, if you post a TikTok video today and it gets 10 million views this week and you get paid like a $30 commission, something crazy happens, you can make like $100,000. So that's an opportunity
insane.
that like you can't really replicate other places.
No. I know this one dude, his name is Brandon Dean. He's actually in the same group. He was murdering it in bottom of funnel and then just randomly decided to get uncomfortable and he started doing top of funnel stuff. And in his first month, he had a video go insanely viral. It was for like I think it was like the pre and post probiotic for Goli. And he had a whole bunch of like clay set up. He took a viral concept from a video that wasn't a TikTok shop video and just turned it into a TikTok shop video. And the whole thing is like, if your poop looks like this, then you're blah. If your poop looks like this, then you're blah. And that video got like, I think like 50 million views in a week or something like that. It was insane. Brother, he made 80K off that fucking video. If your poop looks like this, poop made this man $80,000 in like a week.
Then everyone probably started doing that video, and I was like,
oh yeah, there's been so many recreations of it. It's crazy. The thing with Goli though, they just have so much ad spend. Those videos, the recreations still go super viral. Like I have a recreated Goli video that has 4.2 million views, something like that, maybe a couple grand.
Do you know anything about this? Like, I don't understand the Goli brand. Their products they're selling are cheap. They're paying a ton. What, do they just have a lot of capital that they're like, I'm going to lose money for a long time?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, how are they? They're not front end profitable. There's no way. So they're only betting buying it more. So is this like $1 billion cat? I would need to look into the brand.
Yeah.
I never understood that brand and how they could do that.
Goli's number one on TikTok for a reason. It's only because of their ad spend. Like that's basically it. And they have an army of affiliates because of that, because they pay out so well. Like with some of the benefits that they give out and certain campaigns, it's almost like 75% commissions with the bonuses that they give out. It's crazy. You can tell, like, if you do like, I think it's $40,000 in GMV, I'm pretty sure, I believe is the tier. Let me look it up right now, actually. They give you a Rolex.
Why aren't you fully focused on Goli? I feel like is it hard to be,
it is. You have to pretty much like be favored by the algorithm almost, because I try it. I have a Goli only account that I've been trying for a little bit, and I'm just not in the algorithm for it. It makes sales, don't get me wrong, but like it's not like really, really pushing shit. I tend to stay away from outside of that Goli only account. I tend to stay away from it. Just because it is pretty saturation is a myth. If your video is good, it's gonna perform better than other people. But at the end of the day, if you do have like 100,000 people making videos off freaking Goli shit, then it is gonna be hard to make. I'm trying to look up the campaign right now. Let's see what they're doing.
And I feel like too, at some point, won't the market, like maybe it's already like this, isn't the market going to become so product aware that anyone that's going to buy it has already bought it or has already subscribed? Like how many new customers can they even acquire if they've taken like all this space? I don't understand, but maybe I don't know. I would love to look into that brand because it seems like they're just pushing every human on earth to know about their product.
I just typed into Google and the AI summary said the company received $100 million investment from partners to utilize celebrity endorsements and influencer marketing. Yeah, but supposedly in 2024, this is all AI. I don't know if this is true. They almost went bankrupt and sold the company to avoid bankruptcy. So
okay, that makes
how good they're doing or not doing, but I don't know.
They just got put on TikTok Shop, I think like last September, maybe around there. And I think that probably saved them because they immediately went to number one because they just started going like crazy viral. Yeah, I just looked it up. 35K GMV gets you a Rolex.
Jeez.
35K GMV. That's ridiculous. That's like nothing.
It's like 1,000 supplements, probably like 2,000. I don't know how much their products are. Probably over 17, 20 bucks.
Yeah, it depends. If you sell bundles, most of the bundles right now are anywhere from like 24 to 27 bucks. So
a little over 1,000, 1,400 or so.
Math. I'm an engineering student. I have to use a calculator.
And that's in the month, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can be across like multiple accounts as well.
Do all these
Thousand.
accounts be back in the same bank account? That's random, but you get paid out the same.
There's a limit on because you're technically only supposed to have 5 accounts per social. There's different ways you can get around. You can kind of like jig your name. Bank accounts, though, I believe I want to say they just changed it to 5 now, so 5 payout methods can be the same. I still have multiple bank accounts, so I just hook up a different bank account, but yeah, I think it's 5 now, and you can also get paid out through PayPal. So if you want to just make a bunch of different burner PayPal accounts, so you can get around it that way too.
But there'd be no point in having a bunch of these accounts. Like you just should post on one, I guess, until you start making some money, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would say just start with one and then scale up as you want to. But yeah, I mean, the only reason that I actively have 6 is mainly because of the bottom of funnel stuff. I have 2 top of funnels, and that's plenty. Like if you want to do it, if anything, you could do like well, it does depend actually, because you get categorized. And so if your category is health and you're trying to do just like regular household items or something like that, then your reach is going to be limited until the category gets switched like on your account. So that does make a difference. So you could have like niche accounts for whatever. Like I know people that strictly do like cologne. So if they were going to try and do a health product and their category is cologne, then they're not going to get pushed. But yeah, it's like if you have just like a general account or whatever, you can post pretty much whatever the fuck you want on there. But that's the only reason why you would ever kind of separate them, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of want a niche, I'm assuming, because from my understanding, and I'm pretty sure this is right, of how these algorithms work, is like the video gets pushed out to X amount of people in whatever niche it believes you're in. And if those amount of people watch the video a certain amount of time, then it gets pushed out to maybe a larger niche. So like if you're in supplements, maybe you're like, okay, this is a pre-workout. Most people care about pre-workout. So maybe it goes to people that care about creatine and protein. And they also see the pre-workout. And then it goes up until like someone who doesn't even know about supplements if it gets viral enough. But the video
Yep.
has to be like top of funnel enough to bring that traffic in.
Yep, correct. Yeah, there's pools. So it's actually, I think it's the coolest part about TikTok is because the way that the algorithm works on Instagram is it sends to your viewers or your followers first. And so your view pool, depending on your follower count, is just those people, and then the outside reach will come in if the video starts to do well and it gets pushed out to more people. But with TikTok, it doesn't send to your followers at all first. They can go on your friends or whatever. There's like a friends portion of the For You page where they can just see all the people that they follow. But it works in pools of like, it's like you'll hear people say all the time, like, oh, I'm stuck in 200 view jail or whatever it is. That's the first pool that it gets sent out to. So if it doesn't pass the first pool, then you're stuck in jail. Your video just sucks. But that's the reason why they get stuck there. Then after that, I would say the next pool probably goes to like 600 ish, around there. I'm debating this because usually it's like 1,000, but I'll say like 600 ish. If it can get past that, it's probably going to go to 1,000. And if it does well in that, then you can go from 1,000 to 4,000 in a day or something like that. If it does well there, it's probably going to 10K. After 10K, the view pool goes to 30K. After 30K, it goes to 100. And then after 100K, if it does well, then it'll start pushing out like crazy. I mean, I've had a video once it crossed 100,000. I think it was actually the 4.6 million view one. I'm pretty sure once that hit 100K, in 2 days, it went to 3 million.
Yeah.
So it just, once it gets past that pool and it does well, that video had on average, I think it was like either 45 or 50 seconds average watch time. And so I saw that when it was cooking at like 30K and the watch time was around like 35 or 40 seconds, I was hitting up because that was actually a dopamine brain food is a retainer that I'm on. And so I hit up the manager of the campaign. I was like, yo, can I get some ad spend on this? This thing's going to go nuts. And the next day I was like, yeah, it went nuts. They're at 250K now. It gets pretty aggressive, but it's view pools. And so if it does well in the pool, it'll advance to the next pool and so on and so on.
Interesting.
You get stuck eventually though.
Well, then we're up at an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
This is a great pod. It's just kind of a chat. I hope
Yeah,
people
well,
enjoyed this thing. Is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say final to the people?
I mean, I have an editing course. You want to you want to look at that? My name, it'll show my name on the podcast, right? I have it up here.
Yeah. No.
Kyle Sennis, yeah.
Well, we can
No,
link to the thing.
Okay.
where
Kyle
can
Sennis
people
on
find you
LinkedIn.
or reach out to you?
Yeah, do not DM me on Twitter. DM me on Instagram if anything. I stopped looking at my Twitter DMs. Drew, I'm sorry, I left you on unread for a long ass time. I don't check any of those. I always check my Instagram DMs though. Which it's mainly, that's not even like a personal brand account. I'm on there a lot. Don't go to Inefficient Odds. I probably won't look at it. Because everyone's just trying to sell me shit. So unless I have you in my funnel, my affiliate funnel, I'm not going to talk to you. But you can always, I would say adding me on Twitter is probably the best way. You'll always get a response if you add me on Twitter. But yeah, I got an editing course in there. I don't really push that out that much. I thought it was pretty good. It's like 6 hours or 7 hours of video. It's a lot. It's like a business lesson as well. I like teach how to like actually sell stuff, not just like do the editing, like creating offers, whatever. But I would say the only plug that I have, and I don't even really have a link for it, I do on my TikTok actually, KS Deals. This group, and I can send it over to you guys too. This group 6FC is like, it's really changed my life, honestly. Like the morning mindset aspect of it, and just understanding a lot of it is just inputs and outputs. So it's all about like information that goes into your mind, and then that is directly going to affect every single output that you have in your day-to-day life. And it's very much like, it's helped me understand why I went through the stuff that I did with Amazon. Like it fully explains my rise and downfall of everything that happened. And I don't know. I feel blessed that I found the group, and now with stuff, I mean, not that I'm making small money, but when I like really come into a lot of money, I feel like I'll have such a better grasp on how to actually handle it and move forward and operate in that realm. And it's just, not only is it good for the TikTok stuff if you want to learn it, but it's just being surrounded by just people that are absolutely murdering the game and getting inspired by that stuff is pretty cool. But yeah, 6FC if you want to check that one out.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.